Hello, Antonio. Good morning.
Good morning, Holly. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Did you enjoy your Christmas Day and your Christmas Eve?
I've had a wonderful 2 days off. Yes, it's been great. How about you? How was your Christmas Eve and Christmas Day?
It was very fun because Papa Noel have brought a little dog with my to my son. We are
Uh-huh.
very busy with the dog, the little dog,
And little dog.
a new dog. Yes,
And the dog. Okay. How old is your son?
it's 10 years old.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Awesome. So
Mhm.
a new dog for Christmas. How fun.
Yes,
Great. Was it a puppy? Is it a puppy?
yes. It's a Shih Tzu. You love the
Uh,
dogs as well, but it's true.
Shih Tzu. Yeah. Oh, I absolutely love dogs. Yes.
You have several
Totally.
dogs.
Mhm. Yeah, he's I have a busy day tomorrow, so he's actually staying at my mom's place right now so that because I have when I'm too busy, he gets ignored and I make sure he's somewhere where he's not. So, yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Hi Trin, how are you today?
I'm doing great, teacher. How about you?
Ex Very, very good. And remind me, you are from Thailand, right?
Yes.
All right. And how has your day been so far?
Okay, on Christmas, I'm go on a vacation.
Oh, okay. Are you currently on vacation from school now?
Sorry,
Are you on vacation from school now? Or
uh, I I can hear you.
oh, are you on vacation now?
No, I come back to my home the
Oh,
day
okay.
before yesterday.
Oh, awesome, awesome. All right. But you were on a small vacation when you were on during school, right? So
My
awesome.
It's no school until New Year.
Awesome. Okay, great. And I do you guys celebrate Christmas in Thailand?
Mm, my family is no celebrate.
Okay, your family does not celebrate. Okay,
Only
awesome.
go to vacation.
Awesome. That's great that you had vacation. Excellent. Excellent. Hello, Shinyu. How are you this morning? Or this, I guess, afternoon for you. Hello, are you there, Shinyu? Shinyu? Okay, maybe he's having problems with his microphone. So, all right. And so it's 8 a.m. in Spain, where you are, Antonio, right? What time is it in Thailand, Trin?
It's 2 p.m. teacher.
2 p.m. So 2 p.m. on Friday. Okay. All right. And Jinyu, can you speak now? Are you there?
Hello, teacher.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you. It's now officially over here in the US um, because it's 12:05 a.m. on the 26th, but it was a very good time. So thank you, and Merry Christmas to you as well, and to you all. Do you celebrate Christmas in China?
Yesterday, I celebrated Christmas with my daughter.
Okay, you did celebrate. Awesome. But did you go to school or did you still work? Was it a regular work day?
I'm still working.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. In yeah, in the States, I just tried to find a restaurant to go to and nothing was open. So it was like, really? But anyway. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, and I'm sure more people will drop in as the class starts, as people go through. And see, Jinyu, it looks like you're in here twice. I'm not sure why, but okay. So today's topic is looking for an apartment. So Antonio, when was the last time you looked for an apartment?
I have never looked for an apartment. I
Uh-huh.
always live in my own house or my
Awesome.
parents' house.
Okay. All right. So do you rent or own your house or apartment? So you own your house?
Yeah, no, I never rent my own house to another one.
Okay. So you live in your own home, right?
Yes,
Okay. All right. And Trin, how about you? Do you rent or own your home or apartment?
I live at my home, not the
Okay.
apartment.
In your house? Do you know? No, do you know if your parents? So you live with your parents still? So do you know? Do you know if your parents own your house or rent it?
Oh,
Own. Okay, awesome. Okay. And how about you, Jinyu? Do you rent your house or do you own your home?
In my college, I often rented the house with my girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
I
Oh,
rented one room 10 years ago. I stayed with my girlfriend. Hello? Hi, teacher. Can you hear me?
hello? Okay, looks like well, he'll be back. Just joined it.
Hello?
Jinyu, how about now? Do you live in a house or in an apartment?
Teacher, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you
Oh,
hear me?
I can hear you. Just
Okay.
now, the connection is broken. I
Okay.
can't hear you.
Okay. Um,
Mm,
Antonio, can you hear
11.
me?
Oh,
yes, I'm
Okay.
I can hear you.
fine clear.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I think it must is your connection, it's your internet, Jinyu, that's having a problem.
Teacher, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, 11 years ago, I rented a house with my girlfriend. Hello?
Yes. I can hear you.
Oh, I rented a house with my girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
I stayed with her, but after graduation, we separated from each other.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How about now? Do you own or rent your own home?
3 years ago, I bought my own house. Now
Mm,
I'm living in my own house.
awesome. That is great. All right. So all of you guys live in your own house, and I am actually living with family right now, and am currently looking for either an apartment or a house. I haven't decided. It depends on what I find. So, um, in the next I would say in the next 3 months I will be moving. So, all right. Let's go ahead and practice these words. We have pick someone up, deposit, dingy, be fed up with, and out of one's price range. The answers, the definitions are be bored or annoyed about something, dark or unpleasant, take someone in a car, motorbike, etc., too expensive, money paid when first moving into an apartment. Okay, so Antonio, can you choose one of these words and tell me the definition?
Okay, the first one, pick someone up, I think is take someone in a car or motorbike.
Yes. Okay, exactly. Right, and Trin, can you choose one?
Okay, I choose deposit.
Okay,
I think money paid when first moving into an apartment.
perfect. That is a deposit. And Jinyu, can you choose one?
Number 4. Be fed up with. Be bored, annoyed about something.
Perfect. Be fed up with. Okay, Antonio, can you choose
Uh,
one?
the third one, dingy.
Dingy.
Dingy, I think is dark and unpleasant.
Perfect. Dingy is dark and unpleasant. Okay, and so of course the last one, something that is out of your price range is too expensive. Okay, right. So, question. Let's talk about some of these. So, Trin, tell us about something that you get fed up with.
Maybe school.
Uh-huh. Okay, you get fed up with school. Why?
Mm, because I think it's nothing special with school.
Mm-hmm. Is it
Uh,
boring?
it's a simple, simple, simple every day.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right.
Nothing,
And
nothing special.
nothing special? Do you get bored with school?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get bored.
Mm-hmm. What can the teachers do you think, that would keep you from being bored?
Uh, uh, I think maybe it's learning with games or
Mm-hmm.
something to have fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, having fun while learning. I think I agree with you. It is a good way. Excellent. Thank you. Um, Jinyu, what is something that you get fed up with?
I get up with one class of I get up with the class I teach.
Okay, so you have a class you get fed up with.
I have 3 classes.
Uh-huh.
One of the classes, in one of the classes, some students often make noise, play video games, and and chat with each other. They don't like to study. I
Oh.
can't bear this.
Mhm. Do you play games or activities with your students? Can you with 70 students?
And as a teacher,
Uh-huh.
I never play games in
Okay.
front of my students.
Uh-huh. So
I should
you're uh-huh.
I should be in strict with him. I
Mhm.
should be in strict with them.
Mhm. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. And welcome, Alexander. Can you hear me? Alexander? Okay, if you're trying to speak, we cannot hear you for unfortunately. Okay, he's gone again now again. Okay. Um all right, Antonio, how about you? What is something that you get fed up with?
I'm fed up with politicians
Uh-huh.
here in my country.
Uh-huh.
The head of the international organizations like European Union,
Mhm.
because I think they are always thinking in herself, in themselves,
Mhm.
and the economical crisis and the political situation and the starving in the world, I think is their fault.
Mhm.
And I want to have for our world best people to try to solve the problems, but it's very difficult to have the betters to try to solve the problems.
Mhm.
We have uh, a lot of no a role of um, bad people.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, so I've heard that there is a lot of corruption in Spain. Is
Yes,
that true?
yes, it is true.
Okay.
It's a pity in the youths are very busy in this moment, but the only good thing is the whole people who did some bad acts are going
Mhm.
to jail in a few months.
Who's
There,
going to jail in a few months?
yes, 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 yes. It will be very difficult to vote in the next election because the whole politicos are going to the jail.
Oh, okay.
But this is good as well because
Uh-huh.
that people who do or did something bad
Uh-huh.
going to go to the jail,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
that mean that the system work yet.
Okay. Okay, so it's that it means that the system still works, maybe.
It works.
Still
Okay.
works. And then you can say one way that you can say is that it's good that we have a process that holds people accountable.
Yes.
That I wrote that down. So excellent. Yeah, because I've heard a little bit about Spain in that area. I've had somebody that tells me that quite often. So, all right, Alexander, can you welcome? Can you talk now?
Hello, yes,
Yeah, it's awesome.
I had trouble with
Yeah,
connection.
I noticed that, but now you're here. Welcome. All right, and remind me, you are from
I'm from Russia.
Russia. Okay, I thought so, but I wasn't sure. Um, so tell me, we're practicing these words right here, and I'm asking everybody, what is something that you get fed up with?
Wait a minute. What I said, it's hard to say. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's dollar costs to costs very high in our country now, and
Okay.
is increasing every time.
I heard that somebody was telling me that the euro, not the euro, but the currency,
And euro too.
the euro and the dollar are increasing, or the ruble is getting devalued again.
Almost twice. If it was $1 was for instance 33 rubles, now it's like 55, 54.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be irritated with that. I remember when I was living in Finland, that is when Finland started, the euro started, and I felt like I got a wage reduction because the euro was so much stronger to the dollar than the mark was. So yeah, I can see how that's really frustrating. All right, let's go to another question. Antonio, have you ever been in? Can you tell us about a really dingy apartment or restaurant or a place that you go to? And first of all, it says that it's dark or unpleasant. Can you picture? Do you guys know what dingy is? Can you guys picture dingy?
A picture.
Yeah. Can you think of a dingy apartment? Can you tell us what it's like?
Dirty maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dirty. Dirty's a good one. Dingy apartment. Let me show you some pictures. This is how I think that a dingy apartment is considered. Dirty and not, it doesn't necessarily have to be dirty, but it's just kind of old and not very modern. So, have you ever lived in a dingy apartment, Antonio?
No.
No.
But several years ago, I was real estate agent,
Uh-huh.
and I was showing an apartment really dingy,
Uh-huh.
but not for the people who went to try to buy it, because they thought it was in good conditions. It was quite well for them.
Oh, wow. And you thought
That's
it was
why
dingy.
there is no dingy apartments. Only we have people who want to buy or to rent, or people have could to live in very bad dingy apartments that you think these are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when I was in graduate school, I lived in for one semester, I lived in what was it called? A basement apartment. And that could be considered dingy, but I thought it was quite cozy. So, in the basement. So, um, let's go to another one. Trin, do you often have people pick you up from school or hobbies? Or do you take the bus?
My father.
Hmm. How often does he pick you up? How many times a week does he pick you up from places?
Uh, every day is have school.
Every day.
Uh, uh, the the school open on Monday to Friday, right?
Uh-huh.
And my father pick pick me up that 5 day.
Okay. So my father picks me up every weekday is what we would say is every weekday.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. And yeah, so we have weekend and weekday. So weekend is Saturday and Sunday, except there are some areas of the world where the weekend is Thursday and Friday or Friday and Saturday. But most of the world, our weekends are Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday through Friday we can call that a weekday. So every weekday, excellent. All right, Jinyu, can you hear? It looks like you're having problems with your internet.
I can hear you. I'm
You
back.
can. Oh, awesome. Okay. All right. Can you think of what do people do in China if they are looking for an apartment or a home and everything is out of their price range? What do people do?
In my opinion, some college students they often rent some apartment for living.
Uh-huh.
They don't have enough money to pay for the deposit.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do they end up getting evicted?
I'll repeat.
Yeah, I'm going to write down the word as well. Um, do they end up getting evicted?
Get
Get
evicted.
evicted. It means to get kicked out because of non-payment. Oops. Because of non-payment. So do they have to leave the apartment?
Uh, and this happened to me many years ago.
Uh-huh.
Uh, 11 years ago, I was very poor.
Mhm.
I don't enough money pay for. I don't have enough money pay for the landlord.
Mhm.
The landlord asked me to go out.
Okay. The landlord evicted me is what you can say. The landlord evicted me. So what
I
did you do?
I I had to stay with my friend.
Mhm. So do most people if they if a home is out of their price range, do they end up living with family?
Mm,
Or are there homeless people in China?
mm. In the past, there are a lot of homeless people in the
Mhm.
street,
Mhm.
but recently the government have taken some policy to help the homeless people.
Mhm.
The
Cool.
homeless people became nice.
Mhm. Okay. So there's fewer homeless. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Alexander, um,
Yes.
when you rent an apartment in Russia, what type of deposit is required?
If you rent, if we rent the apartment, we have most commonly we have to pay in advance for 2 or sometimes 3 months.
Okay, 3 months in advance. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So, yeah, and I've learned that every country is slightly different in that respect. In my country, usually we pay first and last month's rent in advance. And then we pay a security deposit that usually it's a refundable security deposit. And then if you have a pet like I do, then you pay a non-refundable pet deposit. So that's how it is in my country. And in Russia, you pay 3 months, 2 or 3 months advance rent.
It depends on company where you
Okay.
and sometimes it's you pay first to owner of the apartment and the same money for 1 month to company that helped you to find the apartment.
Okay. To the realtor. Okay.
Yes, realtor.
Yeah, okay, excellent. And in Spain, what is the process in Spain, Antonio?
You have to pay only 1 month before you rent the apartment because uh, when you finish your contract, the owner of the apartment can to revise the apartment, and if you left some months off or um, you you break something in the apartment, the money that the owner of the apartment can uh, charge you to don't have any doubt, any debt.
Okay.
In the, for example, in my case, I usually rent um, industrial places.
Uh-huh.
I don't know the name. I don't, um,
So you in your
home.
okay, so in your situation, you rent, do you rent out? Are you the landlord or the realtor?
Yes, of
Okay, you
my parent, my
okay,
father.
okay, Father, you rent out
Yes,
commercial, is it two M's? Commercial property.
yes.
That's what it
In
was
this
saying.
case, the renter need to pay before 2 months, and
Okay.
you have to deposit in the government.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. And how about in Thailand, Trin? What is the process to get an apartment in Thailand?
Sorry, teacher, I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. All right. And how about in China, Jinyu?
Hello, teacher. Can you repeat your question?
What is when you get an apartment, when you rent an apartment in China, do you have to pay a deposit, or do you pay a couple months of rent in advance, or do you pay key money, or what do you pay?
And when often rent an apartment, they often they often pay 3 months. They often pay 3 months rent in advance.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
So that's similar to Russia then, 2 or 3 months in advance. Okay. And when I was in Korea, and I don't know if it has changed because it has been 20 years, but in Korea, you pay what is called key money. And basically, you pay the entire year's rent in advance. And it's that key money. And apparently, the landlord is able to make enough interest off of that that after the contract year is over, when the person is ready to move again, they get some of that money back. So you don't end up paying a full month's rent, you pay a full year at a time. And I thought that was very interesting when I was there.
Mm, mm. Actually, it depends on the different people. In
Mhm.
China, you should negotiate with the landlord. The different landlord have the different rules.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's similar as well in the U.S. Some landlords, for example, if I have rented places where they look at me and they say, "We like you, so we will waive the move-in costs. We will waive the deposit because we like you." And then I've also rented places where they have made me pay a lot of money. So anyway, let's go on to the reading. Let's practice a conversation with a partner. So, Alexander, would you read Joe?
Okay.
And Antonio, could you read Carol?
Okay.
Uh, can I
Shall I
start?
start?
Yes, please do.
Okay. So, have you found a new apartment yet?
No, I'm getting really fed up with looking around places.
What about that place on Queen Street?
It was really disappointing. The rooms were really dingy and the carpets were threadbare.
Well, that's no good. Are you looking around anywhere else? Anywhere
Yeah,
else?
I'm seeing a place on Pine Street tomorrow afternoon, but it's almost out of my price range. It is thought paying the deposit and the rent up front.
Why don't I come with you tomorrow? I'm free all day.
Really? I love a second opinion. I'll pick up you at 1 o'clock.
I love the way you said really. Really? Okay, so now this word right here is pronounced tough. Tough. So the GH is a F sound like an F.
Tough,
So
tough,
it's kind of like phonetically like this. Tough.
tough.
Okay, and then yeah, all right. Let's go ahead and read this again just so that you guys can get pronunciation practice. Trin, would you read Joe? And Shinyu, would you read Carol?
So, have you found a new apartment yet?
No, I and am getting really fed up with looking around places.
What about that place on Queen Street?
It was really disappointing. The rooms were really dingy, and the carpets were threadbare.
Well, that's no good. Are you looking around anywhere else?
Yeah, I'm seeing a place on Pine Street tomorrow afternoon, but it's almost out of my price range. It's tough paying the deposit and their rent upfront.
Why don't I come with you tomorrow? I'm free all day.
Really? I'd love a second option. I'll pick you up at 1.
Okay, so you can say I'll pick you up at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
And so I'd love a second opinion instead of option. Opinion. Opinion. All right. Opinion, yes. All right. Thank you very much. Are there any words or phrases in here that you guys do not know?
Threadbare. The
Threadbare.
cartons were threadbare.
I was expecting that. In fact, I probably should have pulled this up and just typed it in. Threadbare. A lot of times we'll talk about when it comes to materials in clothing or on furniture, something that is threadbare. This is a great example. This is a sock that is, it's almost a hole because it's been used so much. See the fibers coming off of this, so it's threadbare. These are really good examples, actually. So usually right before you get a hole in something, it will be threadbare. Very, very. The material is very much thinner than it was when you first bought it. So.
It's something like stale.
Yeah, but it's kind of stale. The material is stale. Yeah. So, but stale we actually use with bread.
Yeah, it's
bread and food. Yeah.
different means. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's very similar. I would say that they would be synonyms, but used with different items, different products. Yes. So, okay. Are there any other words? I think that's probably would be the only one that's really unfamiliar to everyone. So I hear myself. So okay.
It's not yourself.
It's not myself.
I'm Google that word in dictionary.
What word? Oh, okay. Threadbare. Okay. That sounded like me. I thought it was me. Got it. Okay.
Your sound is standard.
Yes, and depending on the word, yeah. There's some words that is very regional for me. So, number 1, is Carol enjoying looking around apartments? So what do you guys think? Trin, what do you think? Is Carol enjoying looking around apartments or looking for apartments?
I think no.
No. Okay. No. She or he. We're going to say, yeah, she is getting fed up with it. And by the way, Carol is usually it's a female name, but there are men that have use the word Carol as well. So, hi, Sergey. How are you? Welcome, Sergey. Can you hear us?
Hello, yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hello, thank you.
Welcome. All right. And where are you from, Sergey?
From Russia.
Russia. Awesome. Okay. Welcome. Okay. Now let's ask number 2. What were the problems with the Queens Street apartment? Jinyu, can you remember that?
The rooms were really dingy, and
Uh-huh.
the carpets were threadbare.
Were dingy, and the carpets Carpets were threadbare. Perfect. Okay, and Alexander, can she afford the apartment on Pine Street?
No, because it's out of your her price range.
Mm-hmm. But she might be able to strike a deal and get it cheaper. So, okay, let's match. We've got some words. We've got gloomy, overpriced, spacious, shabby, and modern. And opposites of them would be well kept, old, bright, cramped, and good value. So can you guys match these words together? So match the opposites. So Antonio, can you choose one of these words and match it with their opposite?
For example, gloomy,
Mm-hmm.
it could be bright.
Perfect. Right. Gloomy is bright. Okay. And Sergey, can you choose one?
Okay, overpriced, good value.
Good value. Perfect. And Trin, can you choose one?
Modern and old.
Modern and old. Perfect. Okay. Jinyu.
Spacious, spacious, spacious. Spacious. Cramp,
Cramped.
cramped.
Yes. Spacious is with cramped. Okay. And then, of course, Alexander, shabby would be with
Well kept.
well kept. Okay. Okay. So, Antonio, can you choose some of these words and describe your own home?
My own home is really gloomy because we have a lot of sunlight in both sides, and I think it's enough spacious because we have room for everyone and a big dinner room.
Mm-hmm. So is it gloomy or is it bright? Because remember, these are opposites.
Yes, yes, it's really bright.
Okay, I'm glad. Yeah, because I was
Sorry,
like,
sorry. It's really,
normally people don't describe their own home as gloomy, but some people might.
yes,
So,
are you right?
okay, okay, excellent. Trin, how would you describe your home?
Hmm. It's really clean because my mom didn't like dingy.
Okay, so it's well kept then. Well kept. Okay. So does she have you clean a lot?
Yeah. Sorry, teacher. Repeat your
Does
question.
she have you do a lot of, does she have you make your bed and clean the bathroom and do the dishes and
Yes.
yes. Okay. All right. So it's a very well kept home. Okay. Jinyu, how would you describe your home?
And my home is spacious, and the light is bright,
Mm-hmm.
and the appliances are the appliances and instruments are modern. We often um, the The furniture are well kept.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so the appliances is how we would say it, is appliances.
The appliances.
Yes, are modern. Okay. All right. And Alexander, how would you describe your home?
It's bright, well kept, but not after holidays, and it's I always have modern appliance, and I think it's a little cramped.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, and mine is well, it's good value because right now my place is free, so it's good value, but it is cramped, and depending on the area of the homes, part of it's shabby and part of it is well kept, and it is old. So I live in a fair, and it's not very old, but it's old and it needs remodeling, big time. So, all right, let's go ahead and look at this vocabulary building. Let's fill in the spaces using vocabulary from exercise 5. So number 1, Alexander, could you read this one?
Look at this apartment. The wallpaper is really old.
Okay, there's a lot of words on this one that you can use. Old is one of them. Okay.
Gloomy.
Gloomy is the other one, and there's a third one that I saw. Gloomy, and then the
Shabby.
other one, shabby. Yeah, shabby. Okay. So any of those. So it really needs changing. Okay, and Antonio.
Most apartments in this area are far too expensive. This one, however, is good value.
Yes, good value. So it's not too expensive, and it's the price is perfect. So okay, and Trin, number 3.
The garden looks very very modern.
No,
Hmm.
it's something that it was the rest of it. It says the last tenant must have loved gardening, so it means that the garden looks really good.
Well kept.
Well kept is the correct one.
The gardens look very well kept. The last tenant might have loved gardening.
Yes. So if something is well kept, it means it's taken care of very, very well. Okay. Number 4, Jinyu.
Number 4. These rooms are really gloomy. It's really difficult to see anything.
Okay. And what's another word that we learned right before the reading that would be also very similar to this?
Let me check this word. Dingy.
Dingy, yes. So you could also say these rooms are really dingy. Well, and there's a grammar mistake in the second part of this sentence. Can anybody see it? Anybody see the mistake?
It should have it is.
Yes, it is really, and I think when that kind of mistake happens, the editor didn't see it, the writer didn't see it, and I didn't see it until I read it again, because a lot of times these small words that we call, sight words, we just automatically add them in as native speakers. So it is really difficult to see anything. Okay, so this, of course, we're not in a classroom where you guys can draw a basic plan of your house or apartment, but you can actually tell us about it. So, Alexander, can you tell us about your home?
About apartment or
Wherever you're living, or you can
I
make it up as well, because this is language practice, so you don't have to tell the truth.
I live in quite old. I don't know it 1983. Oh, yes. House was built. It has 12 stage or how to say
Stories?
Stories.
Or 12 floors, or?
Floors, 12
Okay.
floors, and I live in five. I have 2 rooms. It's 52 square meters, and
Okay.
near my house, forest. Not big, just a little,
Mm-hmm.
and we have owl in summer sometimes. I
Of what
see.
in the summer? You see
Owl,
owls?
owls, yes.
Okay.
It's bird with big eyes,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which fly. And
Yeah.
what can I say?
Okay. When you say that you have 2 rooms, what are the rooms that you were talking about?
Living rooms.
Okay.
Bathroom and toilet is separated.
Okay. One thing that's interesting that I learned when I was living actually in Finland, when some people say, for example, I hear a person say, I live in a 5-room home. A lot of times they actually are saying they live in they have a living room, kitchen, and 3 bedrooms. And in this is a real common thing that I see a lot of times. And in English, we actually do not ever count the living room or kitchen when we were
We
talking
too.
about the number of rooms.
Yes, we too.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying that in English it's a little bit different. In Finland, they always would say it this way, and what we would say in this type of explanation here, we would actually say that the person would really say, "I live in a 3-bedroom home." So
Okay.
in English, you always describe your home based on the number of bedrooms. And for example, right now, I'm living in my sister's home, and she has 3 bedrooms, a living room, and 2 bonus rooms, and a kitchen and a dining room. A fairly large home, but she only has 3 bedrooms. So, that's just one of the differences between the English-speaking culture and other cultures. So just an FYI for everybody. So, and oh, okay. It looks like we are out of time, and I have another class where I'd stay longer. Everyone, thank you very much for your participation, and I'll see you in another class later. Thank you very much.
See you.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
See
Take
you.
care.